A major focus of the fight against COVID-19 has taken place at Chicago area jails and prisons, where the coronavirus has infected more than 1,000 prisoners and staff, leaving several dead, and inmates, many of them previous felons awaiting trial on new charges, desperate to get out on bond.
So we got 7 people out that first week. And then once people started hearing about what we were doing, we started getting calls to come in on cases that weren't ours.
Cierra Norris graduated from DePaul Law School just 3 years ago after interning for the public defender. Now she has her own practice in Chicago.
I am 29 years old. I did not sign up to tell people that they would have to pay the ultimate price for this.
In the last month, she has accomplished what criminal defense attorneys live for, getting their clients free on bond. Now Norris has extracted 10 detainees from the Cook County Jail, putting them outside the danger of a quickly spreading jailhouse coronavirus outbreak.
I started reaching out to different public defenders and different lawyers across the nation and started getting some of their examples for COVID-19 emergency motions.
County jail isn't loaded with prisoners doing their time. Mostly they are waiting for trial, unable to make bond. That's where Cierra Norris comes in. After the first positive COVID test here in the jail on Sunday, March 22nd, Norris says she got on the phone and then went to court.
A lot of our guys would not have gotten out without our motions. Actually, I would argue that nobody would have gotten out without our motions.
Keith Spencer is one of her guys. He was locked up on gun and drug possession charges. Did you think you were going to be able to get out on bond?
Absolutely not. I was scared of my safety and my health because I do have asthma.
What has motivated you to be so aggressive in trying to get these clients of yours and others out?
I don't really want to make this so much about me, but this fight is really personal for me. I had a son when I was 16. His dad came out of the inner city of Detroit. I read a statistic that said that just because my son came from me, it didn't matter what his dreams were, what his favorite color was. He had a 90% chance of going to jail between 19 and 25 just because he was a product of a Black single mom. And I said, over my dead body. I still understand that there has to be a professional level to that, but they are my guys, and their moms cannot come and get them.
You obviously caught a great break here. What did you learn from the experience of the last month, being in a situation like you were in, and now you're on the outside?
Not to put myself in a situation like that again. That was a scary situation, to be in, especially when the COVID-19 took effect.
And sometimes it's easy to forget that when you have this idea of like, oh, we're releasing all these criminals. No, we're not. We're releasing uncles and brothers and sisters, nephews and sons who are cloaked in a presumption of innocence. And if it was anybody else's nephew or son or daughter, they wouldn't care what the crime was. They would want them home.
And as coronavirus cases at the jail take lives and climb to more than 700 staff and detainees infected, Cierra Norris says she draws deep.
I've become a superhero, a criminal defense attorney, a therapist, everything you can think of, a mom to moms that are older than me. I've become things that I didn't know that I was going to have to become when I signed up for this job because of this pandemic.
Many of her clients and the hundreds of others released on bond are tied to electronic monitors, and none of them should be considered off the hook. When court resumes, they will all face judges, and if convicted, most will be looking at prison time.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.